coming at you. Yo, what up, reality TV rockers? I'm back again, and this time with COVID. I have COVID, guys. Never thought I'd see the day, because I thought I was doing a pretty good job of avoiding getting it. Okay, but it's pretty mild, thankfully. I just, it just is like annoying, but it's like less annoying than any cold I've ever had. And I'm gonna attribute that to being triple vaccinated. Okay. Also, say hi to my dog. Boo boo. Hey, cutie pie. Nah, he's busy. Anyway, today I'm back with part 2 of the Love is Blind season 2 reaction video. And yeah, today we'll get to see kind of the second half of the season, which I'm sure you guys have all formed your own opinions on, but I thought I should speak on it considering I had some opinions as well. If you missed part 1, please check it out here. Before we jump right into it, please make sure you subscribe. Also, I noticed that people weren't really like posting stuff about this on YouTube, and I didn't feel like pirating. Okay, so I've just got some janky clips that I recorded from my phone. Okay. All right, and without further ado, let's react to this video. Jarrett and Ayana are so cute. At first, I know everyone was kind of like, oh my god, she was his second choice, and that's so gross and stuff like that. But to be honest, like, I mean, you gotta shoot your shot. And if you had a connection with 2 people in the show, like, why not go for the other one, right? Like, so, I mean, I kind of supported it, like, and I know that Ayana was gonna have, like, issues with it, and that's totally valid. But, yeah, I, like, shipped them anyway, because they did have such a cute connection, and stuff like this, like, right away, they're, like, I don't know, you can just, like, tell they're, like, perfect for each other. You know what I mean?
And you the way that you're looking at me right now, I can tell that you are judging me for it.
I'm not judging you for it. I'm not judging you. I'm trying to understand, and I'm trying to support.
So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, I've obviously like finished the show by now, and like know that Danielle was feeling like everything was just kind of like super intensified while they were going through the experiment. But this part like really, I don't know, it just like sucks. Like the insecurity just like keeps coming through, and even though I really like them as a couple, like I think they're really cute, and you can definitely feel like the love and emotion, like between them, and the care even. I always wonder if the insecurities and like the anxiety and stuff like will be the end of them, like at the time I was like by the end of this experiment, but more so like 10-15 years down the road, like is Nick gonna get overwhelmed and have caregiver fatigue? Like it is difficult to constantly like be caring for someone like this and providing this reassurance, especially when they're not trusting you, and you just have to like keep pushing through and pushing through and pushing through. That would be exhausting on someone mentally. So that's like the only thing that I really kind of like worry about with these two, because otherwise he does kind of seem like the perfect person for her, and like super understanding and patient, and all of that. So yeah, I don't know, those were kind of my feelings about them.
Grayson doesn't like other dogs. I don't know how he's gonna feel about cats. I don't think Grayson's gonna be down for that.
Okay, this part is so so weird. Like, what are you saying? Like, yo, if someone like said that about like my dog, like, what are you insinuating, dude? That like she can't bring her pet to live with you guys? Like, it's gonna have to work out, bro. You can't just like be like, yeah, not gonna work. You have to, leave your fur baby in the wilderness, okay? I know he didn't like say that, but that's exactly what like it felt like to me when I was watching it.
Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
oh, oh, oh.
I want to see that again.
Called out saying like you guys are not compatible, all that kind of stuff.
Wait.
So I was really glad that like Shane told Natalie everything that was happening during that conversation. And that kind of shows like a maturity and a trust between the couple. So I was like really happy about that.
So I don't know, like it was like what, like is there something else that I'm missing or like what here? I guess I don't know.
Okay, but then he goes on to say like, am I missing something? Like, what do you mean, bro? Like, I don't know how someone could like not think that Shayna's just like talking out of her ass. Like, I know that there's so many things that happen behind the scenes that we don't know about. Like, for example, the phone call between Shayna and Natalie. Like, maybe there were more phone calls. Maybe there's a text chain. Like, who knows, right? But like, why would you trust some random person who's literally trying to sabotage your relationship over your own fiance? Like, it's very clear this other person's trying to sabotage your relationship, and at first, I think that that's not getting through to you, but now all of a sudden you've just been brainwashed by her, low key.
That's a good point. And I'll be honest with you, your way's not working so far, is it?
It's not.
No. So why don't you stop with your way and listen to my way once and just try?
Turn off the lights, take 5 shots, and go for it.
Do something. You gotta be looser or something, maybe. I don't know what it is, but you gotta try. You gotta go out of the box and think of something.
So this conversation was interesting to say the least, but I actually saw a lot of people like ripping on Shane for it too. But like, dude, he's being completely professional about the entire situation, and he's just saying like, listen, like you have to like try and like do physical things with each other to try and build that intimacy. It's not just gonna happen out of thin air. And like the longer you guys stay apart and avoid touching each other, obviously nothing's going to happen. There's going to be no outcome, and it's just going to keep delaying that. And you guys are going to become more and more comfortable in not being physically intimate, right? And Shake is the one who's completely like immature in this entire situation, the way he's saying, like, take 5 shots and turn off the lights and whatever. Why not, like, play some of those like games, blah, 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 whatever, have a cute romantic date. But we know not to expect that of Shake, so yeah.
Yesterday, this person showed up to my sister's apartment, but she just started going off and saying anything and everything. And my sisters are there, just kind of like in shock.
Okay, so this whole thing was like super weird to me. I don't even know what the heck Sal was saying. Like, he was just being so like vague, like, oh, she comes over and she starts saying anything and everything. What does that mean? Like, I just left this scene being like, right, so what happened? I feel like we'll never know what actually happened there and who she was to him, you know? So, I don't know. It's a little sketch, actually. It's a little sus.
I'll be there.
So obviously, like, the song singing and stuff is like cute. I did make an offhanded comment the other day to my friends where I was like, honestly speaking, I feel like if Sal didn't have a partner to do these things for, just like write songs for and cook his one meal that he knows how to cook, he'd be a pretty boring guy. I think I stand by that, but it's obviously like not a nice thing to say. But like, no, it's just like a joke, you know what I mean? It just comes off that way because he otherwise is just kind of like, I don't know. He's just kind of like, I mean, so am I guess. I'm very much just like, you know what I mean? But like, still. Oh my god, this is so funny.
I'm pissed. So this embarrassing as in front of everyone else. Sal was wearing dress shoes and tight pants and can't swing a bat and save his life. I got the short shaft out of everyone here and seen him.
Okay, that part is so funny. Like, you got the short shaft. No, man, you are the short shaft. Like, nothing. What do you mean? Like, they brought in like a different pitcher who like sucks at pitching for you? no, that's not what happened, man. You just suck. And also, even if you don't suck and it was like an off day, then like call it an off day. Like you were so mad and somehow like blaming it on everyone else for being better than you. Started off like funny, but like very quickly became kind of worrisome how he reacted to this situation.
But I am 100% in love with Natalie.
And then makes this like complete 180 about Natalie, which is like, how are those two things relevant?
I would say I'm a thug. I'm not a thug. I'm a thug, but I'm a thug who cries. Thugs cry too.
I'm a thug. Thugs don't cry.
That's like the cutest thing I've ever seen. And they are so similar. Like I truly feel like they were soulmates in a way. And so yeah, I like absolutely love that part. And it just like solidifies, yes, they should get married, you know, 100%. Also, and people are like, you know, in the show they had issues about their like extroversion and introversion. Man, extroverts and introverts can be together. They kind of bring out the other sides of each other, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like obviously you may have to like take breaks and not really partake in everything that the other person does, but there's a way to like spend half the week doing, you know, what your partner wants to do and then half the week doing what you want to do, you know? Like I don't know, that was like their only problem. Bro, that's not gonna be a problem. You know what I mean?
Through my pants.
Danielle saying so am I. Love it. Yeah, obviously Nick and Danielle got married and I wanted them to. I was really rooting for them, so yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna say no.
Shake is choked.
He's not the one for me. Because if he was, he would make me feel like I was the one, and he never did that.
A part of me like wanted him to realize her worth, but to be honest, like she did deserve way better. So I'm glad this is the outcome. The pundit looks like personally offended. Like it looks like he just got left at the altar, to be honest.
Yo, this is a celebration. This is a celebration. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Let's run it. Let's run it.
I kind of like liked where this was going at first when Shake was like, you know what, this is still a celebration, like we're celebrating love, blah blah blah, like let's party. Because I was like, hey, that's like really cool. Like, you know, you did love her and she did love you, you know what I mean? Like you may be disrespectful as hell and you weren't attracted to her, but like that's okay, you know, and you're still happy you had the experience type of thing. But then it very quickly turned into like a gross kind of like it's like, why didn't you go grab her and be like, hey Diti, like come back, let's just like celebrate like us knowing each other and stuff like that. But obviously there might have been like bad blood between them, right? And then he starts just like talking like here.
Thank God I didn't have to say anything. Like very transparent. I was the one that was more on the fence. Like, you know what I mean? I would have said yes, you would have said yes. Yeah. That's why.
like okay, we might have had the same thoughts, but like you don't have to like make yourself feel better by like going around saying that to everybody. And also like girls' reaction.
Yeah. That's why.
Like I hope you're not sympathizing with him during this situation, you know. Also, like just for a minute, I want to talk about, you know, Shake not being attracted to Deepthi, because you know the more I think about it, the more I realize that it's obviously okay to not be attracted to somebody and for that to be a deal breaker for you, okay? My only issue with him is that he didn't even try and was like, you know, instead just talking shit behind her back. But like, if you guys watched Love is Blind Japan, one of the people was not attracted to their partner, Wataru. And the thing is like, I wouldn't have been attracted to him either. You know, like I would have hopefully like found ways to become attracted because like, you know, the emotional connection and that sort of thing, right? And they did, you know, they worked it out in the end. But like the world, including myself even at the beginning, was like hating on Abhishek so hard. And that's just because like Deepti's like objectively good looking or whatever. So we're like, hey, what's your problem, right? But like it's kind of shitty. It's kind of like a weird double standard that we're like, this other couple, when this female's not attracted to the male, it's okay. We don't even like judge her for it, unless I'm like the only one who wasn't necessarily like I still hated it. Like it made me very uncomfortable that like he was so good to her and they were so perfect in every other way and she just like wasn't feeling it. Like I hated that. It was very uncomfortable for me to watch. But like here we are as a continent just like hating Abhishek. Like we're just like, you, or like you're a dick. 'Cause, you know, like, and it's just like he is a dick, but like maybe not for like just not being attracted to her, you know?
But I don't. I still love you, and you're still my best friend. Like, we have really big issues to sort through.
So yeah, Natalie says no, and it's because they had like a big fight the night before, and Shane said a lot of like really rude and hurtful things to her. Like I completely agree with her saying no and the reason for why. Like she wanted to continue the relationship. It's just that she couldn't say yes and agree to marry him and be locked in for the rest of her life when they were having issues that were that big and a relationship that was that toxic, right? I thought for a second Shane was gonna go after her, but obviously Shane, being Shane, was heated and very uncomfortable with being in the same courtyard as her.
Really? Well, I know. So your fault. I came back pretty soon.
Well, this conversation was so weird because like he's like, I meant everything I said, and she's like, you meant that you hated me, and he's just like not even answering appropriately, like kind of basically says yes, and you're like, what the hell, dude? I don't think that's what you meant to say. And like I don't know if it's because the editing messed up or something, or like made him look like that, but like I really hope you didn't just say you meant that you hated her. Okay?
Sure, yeah, but respectfully, I need to kind of think about that, so it's up to them.
It's totally fair.
Love her, still think she's a good person, but do you think that I'm actually gonna come back to you after that kind of stuff again?
I gotta say, man, like Shane like desperately needs therapy, along with so many of the others on this show. Like the way that he reacts, it's like it's very childish to like every situation, including small ones. It seems like, you know. So I think that he could benefit from some therapy for sure. So yeah, Sal says no, which I didn't expect at all because Mallory was like seemed like the one that was kind of like a little bit detached and on the fence the entire time. I don't even really know still. I don't understand why he said no, but I don't, to be honest, if I was in any of these situations, I don't think I would say yes either because you don't know someone like well enough to know if you want to marry them that soon. You know? I don't know. Like especially these couples, I don't know. There's a lot of issues and stuff that everyone was having, so like while all of them shocked me, none of them really surprised me. I like how he handled this one because like first of all they got to chat after, but also he like addressed the, you know, the wedding party and everything, and that was really nice and like, you know, mature.
Honestly, though, like, do you want to keep
This was so weird. His reaction to this was so weird.
exploring a relationship with me, or like,
Do I want to keep exploring a relationship?
Like what do you don't know what that means?
dating or what, you know, like.
I just need to take a few days, yeah.
And he says like he needs to take some time and is acting all coy about it.
I think what we should do next is go on a date.
And then he says the next step is going on a date. But he did a few days just pass right now in the middle of the in this courtyard thing, or are you on some other shit?
I do.
I do.
Okay, well, I'm so glad they said yes, but I think the way they edit this show is so funny when they're like about to say either I do or I don't type of thing, because I swear to God the person's not actually taking that long. I swear the show is just editing clips from like other moments in the ceremony where their face is all like bored when like the priest is like saying something and they're just like,
We stand together in the presence of God to decide whether to.
and then they're just like clipping that into like when the show is like showing that they're supposed to say yes or no, you know. Okay guys, that's it for part two. Yeah, that wasn't that hard. Part two. I actually decided I'm gonna make this part 3 thing and add the reunion episode into another part because I do not feel like continuing recording tonight and working on this. So I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and I'm gonna be wearing something different. I'm gonna be looking different, okay? And so I must break it up into different parts. So yeah, let me know if you guys had some other opinions, if you disagree with me, you know, what else I guess you want me to react to. But otherwise, the Love is Blind chapter has closed. Okay? I don't know why I said that, because I like kind of want to react to Love is Blind Japan. But that's okay. You know, we be chilling. Anyway, that's it. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you do whatever the hell you want today, okay? Have a self-care day. What am I doing? Okay, bye.